2. Morning everybody. Busy day today coaching, de-icing the car, cold one. It's just me and Orla for school run this morning. Milo's gone in early because he's on telly today apparently. Fancy. Got to put the Christmas tree out. Apparently Christmas trees are collected today. Oh! Well, this is the tricky bit. Oh, I don't know what I've knocked over there. It's out. Full day of lessons today, which is going to be fun. Always love coaching. More swings coming at you today. So we're going to look at his hip and his kind of upper body turn, see if we can resync it. Struggles from a few pull shots. I can see his path moves left from the other angle. So a few points to help this guy with his pulls. First thing, right hand grip here. We need to make sure the right hand grip is not so far underneath. We're going to get that more on top. Second thing, we're going to work on how you pull the club away. Your right hand takes over your left. We're going to try and switch that a little bit. And then the big thing we see here, which we're really going to try and move, is the way your upper body and your lower body sync together. So your upper body stays on top of the ball as your lower body goes from underneath you, what people would call sway. This way of turning, this order, can often encourage paths to go left. We see it at the top of your backswing as well because of your grip and right hand left hand relationship. We don't get much external rotation of this right shoulder, which we're going to work on as well. So we're going to go grip and the way you take that club away, the syncing between lower body and upper body, trail shoulder rotation. It'll completely change the way you hit the ball. So first feelings we need to change around grip. Right hand grip looks a little bit too fisty. So what I mean by fisty is kind of up in here, grab round to the side in relationship to that face. Let's get it, right hand grip, a bit more diagonally through the fingers, wrapping a little bit more in relationship to that face on top there. So just pinching the kind of middle right of that grip rather than fisting it out here more to the right. We need to get more rotation in this shoulder so that relationship in those hands changes on that backswing. First idea, you're going to need a bucket with a few balls in it because you need some weight. Every range has these. I want you to get a feeling of this trail shoulder rotating more. Take your backswing trying to feel like you're keeping the balls in that basket. Can you see how the basket is still up in the air? You're going to want to take it back this way, where they feel like they're all going to roll out and come up towards my chest. This is giving you the feeling of this right arm going more here opposed to this way. So that rotation, and then putting that rotation over your right shoulder. This is a great way to feel that trail arm rotation. Once you've done it with the bucket, try and get the same feeling with the club in your hands and hit a few shots. Just getting the feeling of that different relationship this way to coming this way a bit more on the way back. And then we need to do your body movement next. Right, off to get some food for tea tonight. That was a fun day of coaching. On the bike again. Shopping bought. Gonna make chicken and bacon pasta. I've just realised I've got no lock for my bike. I might need to sort that out. Back home to pick up the kids. Let's answer your questions.
Hi, Grant.
Alright,
My question for you is about custom fitting clubs. I'm about 8 handicap. I've always bought off the rack, traditionally Callaway as well, and I've been told that to take my game forward I need to get some custom fitting clubs. Do you recommend sort of staying brand loyal to someone like Callaway, like I've done historically, and going to their fitting centre in Chessington, or should you look at going agnostic to someone like Precision Golf or Tourex to go and get sort of fitted and go and see your numbers, etc.? Any help gratefully received. Cheers, bro.
Good question, bro. So for me, I've said this a lot, I would personally only get fit, me personally, from someone who, teaches me. Because that person who teaches you, they have one desire, if they're a good coach, and that is to make you better. Peppers. So think it through. Club fitters have a desire to sell clubs. That's what their business is, and they have a desire. I'm not saying they don't have a desire to make you better as well. I would hope they do, and I'm pretty sure they do. But your coach has one desire, and that would be to make you better. Any good coach using a launch monitor is going to understand how to improve those numbers. And if they're a good coach, they should understand what the equipment can do and can't do to change those numbers. Now, the flip side to that, there will be some coaches out there who maybe aren't so good at understanding the numbers and how equipment can develop them. Then maybe that's a flaw in their coach, and they should go to a few seminars to help them get better at understanding that. If you don't understand the equipment and what it can and can't do, and for me, coaching and getting equipment is the same. If you were going to stay brand loyal, Mizuno, Callaway, Titleist, TaylorMade, going to their national fitting centres definitely would be a way forwards. Ping, whoever, because then you can stay within that brand that you want to stay loyal to and get all the, different variations on weights of shafts, thickness of grips, different heads and the combinations, because they'll have extensive fitting ranges. That's going to be their biggest advantage. The other flip side to this whole thing as well is that to take your game to the next level, you need X, Y and Z clubs. I don't see that as proof, but certainly get some new clubs if you think they're going to make you better. For me, I would go somewhere where the person is coaching you with a launch monitor, personally. Because any of my students that come, this is the one that confuses, any of my students coming for a lesson, if the equipment is harming them, that's the first thing I'll try and change, or at least have a conversation about. How can I get someone better if they're using a junior club and they're 6'5"? They're gonna leave yards out there, they're gonna struggle to control some certain aspects of delivery because the club is like millions, far too short. Obviously that's an extreme case, but the equipment, understanding equipment is much of a lesson for me as a custom fit. Thanks for the question, bro. Just a little bit of exercise, not too much, but some. Answer to yesterday's question, how far you hit down or up doesn't directly relate to how deep your divot is. They're separate measurements, so hitting down, as people were saying in the comments, which was great to see, you could hit 10 down but be a foot above the ground and you wouldn't take a divot or touch the ground at all. Common misconception. Today's question, what makes that ball move in the air? So if we understand spin axis, so the ball is always spinning backwards but on an axis, we know that axis moves the ball in the air. How is it moving? It's got nothing to push against, so how does it move in the air? Always spinning back on an axis. Comment section again is down there. Hit the thumbs up if you like the videos and hit that subscribe button. It's down there as well. Just hit it and then you'll get notified every time I post a video, which you'll love. So let's talk about the body movement issues. It's a common move we see. So your hips slide from underneath you as your upper body turns around the ball. This is a fantastic move for people who want to swing left. You're complaining of pulls, we don't want you swinging too far left. So 2 simple ideas you can do at home. I've got my setup here, set up right next to the door frame here, if you like, of this wall. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and turn my hips, keeping the space between the door frame and the wall constant, to let them rotate, and just get the feeling of my upper body turning over to almost meet the door frame. If you were to meet the door frame, that's far too much, but it will give you an idea of the very different way to use upper body to lower half. This will be very hard to do with the basket drill that I gave you earlier and the rotation of this trap forearm. You can try and do them together, it'll be great, but it's a little bit like playing this game. It's a bit confusing for people. Doing them separate can help. This is a great way. Next to the frame, keep your hips turning in the space they're in and feel like your body's just going over to the right. You can also get your feet split step here, so one foot behind the other. So I've got my right foot back and my left. And just make some shoulder turns over your hips. This will get rid of this feeling if you do it enough times. And as you do both of these ideas, whichever one connects with you best is fine, you need to try and imagine what it feels like while you do this. Because you're going to have to try and take this movement to the course. Doing this off course is really, really valuable, and then taking it to the range. You can do it at the range. You could stand up against a range bay and do that drill, and you can hit your shots with your feet closer together as well, while getting that trail shoulder rotation to help you control your face and hand connection. Someone's on telly tonight.
Who?
Lovely. Someone's on telly today, bruh. Chicken and bacon pasta, all made. Thanks for watching. More coming at you tomorrow. Lots of people ask me, how do you send swings? You can post swings on Twitter. You can post them on Facebook. You can message me on Facebook. You can post video questions on Twitter and on Facebook. I'm getting to all the video questions that's sent. I haven't missed one, so I've got them in backlog, so keep sending. And I will just pick swings at random. If you get a message from me asking you to email me the swing, which is today's swing came from Facebook, just respond with the swing, telling me your bad shots, and I'll do my best to get you in daily vlogs. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe down there, hit the thumbs up button. YouTube likes it.
What is news?
No, it's Spotlight, bro.
Begin with that one.
You should have told him you're a YouTube megastar, bro.